I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another episode of Between the Lines. First off, I want to say thank you, guys. I've reached 800 views on my channel. And my mock draft video that I posted like a week ago, that just reached 100 views, and that's the first time I had 100 views on a video. So I want to thank y'all very much. I want to say subscribe, though. I had 100 views, but like I only gained like 2 subscribers out of that. Like, at least subscribe. Help me out a little bit if you want to watch the video. So I just want to say like and subscribe, share with your friends. But I want to say also thank y'all for watching my videos, and it's giving me motivation to keep doing more. And I want to say thank y'all again. But today we got a little stuff to get into, man. I want to get into the Lamarcus Aldridge signing. I want to get into my playoff predictions because we are doing a play-in game this year. So I just want to get into that. So I guess start off with the Lamarcus Aldridge signing. I really didn't care. A lot of people said it was ring chasing, and let me tell you why I really don't have a problem with ring chasing. Especially with these last 2 players, that's obviously ring chasing, and Blake Griffin and Lamarcus Aldridge. Those are 2 players right there, Lamarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin, who if they didn't have a ring, they probably wouldn't make a Hall of Fame. Lamarcus Aldridge is probably he was either in first team or second team all decade team, one of the most underrated players of all time. First team or second team all decade team. I think he was like 5th in scoring for this decade over some big names. He was like 5th in scoring over this decade. And, bro, he's just a winner, bro. He's just a winner. Everywhere he goes, he wins. He doesn't win the big thing because he doesn't have the talent around him to win that big championship. But he's just a winner, man. And, like, with his career, if he didn't get a championship, he probably wouldn't make an All-Hall of Fame. But now if he gets a championship this year, he has a really good case because in the 2010s, bro, Lamarcus Aldridge, he was that guy. He still is that guy. In that post, bro, it's really hard to stop him. Lamarcus Aldridge in the playoffs, he was doing the Warriors dirty. He was, bro, Draymond had to guard him, and Draymond, one of my favorite players of all time. He was fucking Draymond. Oh, Lamarcus Aldridge is like that. And if he didn't have a ring, he's not getting no Hall of Fame, even like looks like nobody's probably not even gonna look at him to be in the Hall of Fame. Now that if he gets a ring, he's gonna get a couple looks. He might even make it. Same thing with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's had a really good career. Injuries kind of messed it up a little bit, but All-Star his first year, leading the Clippers in the playoffs some years, and then you go to the Pistons and you lead them to the AFC. You have an MVP type year. And you even play in a game 4 where you knew you was gonna lose, but you just want to win that bad on like I think he had a hurt hip or a hurt leg. I wish he never played because then that just messed him up in the long run. But yeah, like if Blake Griffin never gets a ring, he might not make Hall of Fame, and I feel like he has a really good case to make the Hall of Fame. Blake Griffin has done a lot of things, multiple time All-Star, slam dunk champion. That's probably not a lot to certain people, but Blake Griffin, as far as the 2010s, bro, he's been one of the best players in the 2010s. I feel like he has sort of an all-star career, but he just doesn't have that championship. And I feel like I hate when people hate on players for ring chasing because you will be the first one to say, oh, you didn't have a ring, so you weren't that good. Like, people will say that about Charles Barkley. Like, Charles Barkley doesn't have a ring. He gets talked about it a lot. But if Charles Barkley was to go to the Lakers back in the day, if social media was back in the day, and let's say Charles Barkley went to the Lakers, he would have got killed. And I'm like, bro, y'all picking on him for not getting a ring. If he wants to go get a ring, go get a ring. You seen Karl Malone and you seen Gary Payton do it. At the end of their career, they went to the Lakers, and that's crazy that they did not win the ring with Kobe and Shaq. But they went to the Lakers and they wanted a ring because those 2 players are like players that just need a ring. Now, their careers is above Lamarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin to where they didn't really need a ring to be in the Hall of Fame because Karl Malone was one of the best scorers of all time and Gary Payton was just one of the best defenders of all time. So they were most likely going to make it to the Hall of Fame, but like they just wanted a ring to add on to that. And like Charles Barkley, he needed the same thing. He wanted a ring, but he didn't. He stayed put, actually. He went to Houston, didn't win. He went to Philly, didn't win. But yeah, ring changing, man. I don't have a problem with it unless it gets like too bad. Like y'all get mad at KD for getting all these players that want to play with him, but when I say y'all, I'm talking to the LeBron stands, the Cash Nasties, Los Polos, Kenny Childs. I'm talking to y'all right now. Y'all get mad at KD for having players that want to play with him, but y'all were the same people 2 years ago when Kawhi was a free agent. Y'all were the same people saying, Kawhi, please come to the Lakers. Please come to the Lakers. And to play Kawhi going to the Lakers to play with AD and LeBron James, that's not a super team. That's probably the best super team of all time. Forget the Warriors. That's the best super team. Because you literally have the best player of all time with one of the greatest talents we've seen of all time and one of the greatest two-way players we've seen of all time. That's the best super team I've ever seen. That would have been the best super team I've ever seen. And a lot of people were wanting that. And now people are saying, oh, KD needs all these players to beat LeBron. All right. So LeBron was in that meeting trying to get Kawhi? Because he damn sure was. When Kawhi went to LA, LeBron was in that meeting to try to get Kawhi. So I don't understand LeBron fans, bro. I don't understand them because it is weird. They're just mad weird. If they don't get their way, they're mad because they wanted Lamarcus Aldridge. They wanted Blake Griffin to build on to the great team that they already have. So like, and then people just look at names so much. Like I comment that under somebody's tweet, and I was like, y'all look at names too much. It's old ass Lamarcus Aldridge and it's hurt ass Blake Griffin. And that tweet got like 500 likes, bro. I literally just got another like to that shit. I literally just got another like to that. Like, bro, it's true. Like nowadays, people just look at names. Like my problem with the Nets has never been scoring. Like they're bringing in more scores. Aldridge is a scorer. He really doesn't do no fucking defense. But it's literally a clip of Naz Reid. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that's my dude. Naz Reid. He gets a pass. He's at the 3-point line. Lamarcus Aldridge is under the basket. Lamarcus Aldridge jumps from under the basket and jumps literally 2 feet in front of him and don't get nowhere close to Naz Reid and tries to close out. I gotta find that clip, but that shit's bad. But yeah, my problem with them has never been scoring. It's paint defense. And they still going to have that problem. And people saying this is a super team. I understand that you look at the names. Kyrie, Kawhi. Kyrie, KD, Harden, L.A. What's his name? Blake Griffin. Like, I understand you look at the names. Yeah, it might be a super team. But, like, as far as super teams that pass, bro, I don't feel like this team is all that. Like, super teams to me are teams that just are not beatable. Like, if KD never got hurt, that team was just not beatable. They could literally go on and win 5 rings in a row. That was literally the last super team. I'm not gonna lie. The Heat were kind of a super team, but they weren't all that. But like, really, like the Warriors was like the first real super team to me. Like teams that's just not beatable. This Nets team is beatable to me. I feel like the 76ers can really beat this team. I'm a heavy believer in the 76ers, but I feel like they match up so well. You put Ben Simmons on KD, you put Tobias Harris on James Harden, you let Danny Green get twerked by Kyrie. But hey, as long as other players not doing so good, you'll be good. But hey, I feel like the 76ers match up so well because if Joel's playing like he's playing right now, Tobias Harris is playing like they're playing right now, they can really do something in the playoffs. And nobody's stopping Joel in the league, to be honest. Nobody in the league can stop Joel except probably Rudy, but I don't think so. But yeah, nobody can stop Joel. And you're gonna put DeAndre Jordan on Joel. DeAndre Jordan is gonna get fouled out in the first 2 quarters. Bro, Joel will foul DeAndre Jordan now. And what you gonna put Nicholas Claxton on him? He will body the hell out of him. Like, I don't know. I really feel like the 76ers can make that upset. But, I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. Other news, Jeff Teague, he's on the Bucks. That's cool. That still doesn't solve that problem. Them and the Clippers had the same problem. They don't have no scorer off the bench. They're relying on Pat Connaughton, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and Jeff Teague off the bench. Ugh. Then on the other side, you're relying on... Well, Marcus Morris is actually... he can be very inconsistent because he plays the same position as Kawhi and KD. If I need them to have a guard scorer like Isaiah Thomas, and it's pissing me off why Isaiah Thomas is not in the league. Isaiah Thomas last year, if I'm not mistaken, Isaiah Thomas averaged 18 last year, and he got hurt. Now he's sent, but he got the surgery for what he needed, and now he's fully healthy. He said he's back to MVP. Isaiah Thomas. He averaged 18. No, he averaged 12 points. What the fuck? Still, that's a lot of points. I don't care. That's still a lot of points. Coming off the bench, I feel like Isaiah Thomas can really go to a lot of teams. Like, I feel like the Bucks need him. I feel like the Clippers need him. The Lakers can possibly use him. Like, I feel like a lot of teams need Isaiah Thomas. Just a veteran scorer off the bench. But I don't know. That's it for that part of the show. I want to go into these playoff predictions, man. Now, it's kind of hard because we're going to have a play-in this year. So, the first 10 seeds are not – they're going to the playoffs, but, like, 7 through 10, they got to do play-in games. So, I want to start with the left side. I want to start with the east side. Number one, I feel like the Nets are going to finish number one. You look at them right now. They've been winning a lot. And KD, he's resting up right now. Hey, I like it. He's resting up. And you got James Harden and Kyrie Irving carrying the load right now. And then the Nets just look better than they did in the beginning of the year. The defense doesn't look as bad, even though it still looks bad. The defense doesn't look as bad. Nicholas Claxton has been a gem for them. He's been playing really well next to James Harden. And I don't know. I just feel, and I think their schedule is more easier than the rest of the top teams in the East. So I feel like they're going to finish number one. Number two, the Sixers. I got them finishing number two because Joel Embiid's hurt. You're going to see them start losing a little bit more games. Like, they just got blown out yesterday against the Nuggets. You're going to see them lose games like that because they don't really have their primary scorer. But I feel like they're going to still be decent enough to make the second seed. Third is the Bucks. I don't know what it is. I'm just not too high on the Bucks this year. I'm not. And it's not on them because they actually got better. But it's just like, bro, I'm taking 3 teams over the Bucks in the playoffs. I'm taking the Bulls. The Bulls, wow. I'm taking the Heat. I'm taking the Nets. And I'm taking the 76ers over the Bucks in the playoffs. Now, mind you, the Heat is an argument. No lie, the Heat is an argument. But out of two, I'm taking other teams over them in the playoffs. Giannis has been looking pretty weird these last 3 games. But, hey, he's still in the MVP race. Giannis has been having a really good year. It's just not going to get talked about because he won 2 times in a row. But, yeah, just hopefully Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday can really step it up in the playoffs to help him out. But, yeah, I see them finishing as the 3rd seed this season. Number 4 is hard because, like, from, 4 to 8, as of right now, they're separated by, 3 games. So, number 4, I just went off of experience and talent. I got the Heat finishing number 4. They just got Victor Oladipo. They really didn't lose anything at all for Victor Oladipo. They still have their primary players that they made the championship run with last year. So, I feel like they're going to finish off really well this year. But, like I said, it's kind of hard because, they lose one game. They can easily go back to the 8th seed. The East is so trash, bro. It's so trash. 5, surprisingly, the Hawks, bro. A month ago, you'd be like, what? The Hawks in the playoffs? Now, you would think the Hawks would be in the playing games, but, the Hawks been, on a little win streak ever since they got Nick McMillan. Their defense tightened up. They're starting to use John Collins way more, which I'm loving. Trae Young is not getting as much shots, which I'm loving, and there's no hate to him. But, they try to run the game. When they had Lloyd Pierce, it was just all Trae Young. They never really used John Collins. They never really used his strengths. And now they're starting to use it for him, let him get a little bit of ISO plays. Running more pick and pops with him and Trae Young. Hopefully they can get Trae Young to do some more off-ball stuff. But, I'm loving the way they're looking right now. Their defense doesn't look that bad. Bogdan is looking pretty good. I hope, when does DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish come back? Because DeAndre Hunter was having the most improved season before he got hurt. Hopefully they can come back soon. But I feel like they're going to make the playoffs this year. At number 6, we got the Knicks. Knicks have a really good hard schedule, but I'm looking at the Knicks right now, and I don't think a hard schedule phases them. The Knicks can go out and beat anybody any given night. The Knicks, they play hard. That's what I want for my Cavs. They play hard, bro. They play hard. Tibbs don't play none of that. None of that bullshit, bro. If you playing terrible, he gonna sit you for the rest of the game. There's been times that Emilio only played like 10 minutes in the game when he's probably like one of their best players. But like, if you're playing trash, he's not gonna play you. So I love that from Tibbs. But yeah, I feel like even though I think they got one of the hardest schedules in the remaining season. Even though they have one of the hardest schedules, I don't feel like it phases them, bro. They go out and play every night. They play every night. I love watching the Knicks. They give me motivation for my Cavs. No cow. But next we got the Celtics, man. Celtics is such a weird team to judge because like yeah, they got Evan Fournier, but like I said, that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. It don't. And Evan Fournier is a nice player, but it don't mean nothing. They didn't solve their problem. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I got them finishing I think that's the 7th seed. Yeah, I got them finishing as the 7th seed. So they're going to be in the play-in games, and hopefully they can win those. I feel like they can. They got to face the rest of the teams in this list. But next is the Bulls. Bulls is it depends on how Zach LaVine finished off the year. He's been playing kind of iffy lately. And I just watched it through the Wire podcast, and Kenny said he's been playing kind of iffy because he's hurt, but he's not deciding to sit out. He's trying to play through it because he really wants to make that playoff push, and I understand that. But I feel like this team is good enough to hold the low for like a couple of games while you go take a break, you go take a rest, let that injury heal, and like really make the playoff push towards the end of the year. But I understand why he's playing. Zach LaVine, he's a player that just wants to win. And right now, they're in a prime position to make the playoffs. They will be finishing the 8th seed on my list, but they'll still have to do playing games. I feel like playing games they work. The 7th seed will face the 10th seed, and the 8th seed will face the 9th seed, and then whoever wins that game, whoever wins each games, the highest seed is the 7th seed, the lowest seed is the 8th seed. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I got the finishing as the 8th seed. 9th seed Pacers. I feel like this offseason they should just offload everything, cause like nobody's coming to Indiana, and like they're in the same situation as the Magic were in. Like, how long are you gonna be content when being mediocre? Cause like you can look at the Pacers, like yeah, they make a 5th seed, a 7th seed every year, but like you're gonna do that for like 10 years now. Like I'd rather get off these players that are in a high value. I'd rather get off Malcolm Brogdon, whose value is pretty high. You might even think about getting off Domantas Sabonis. You definitely got to trade Miles Turner this offseason. So I feel like they should just offload the season. Cause like you look at it right now, I got them as a 9th seed, and every other young team is just getting better. And sometimes some teams just look better than them. Like if the Hornets had LaMelo, they'll definitely be over the Pacers. If my Cavs were healthy at any point of this year, we'll probably even be over the Pacers. But yeah, I feel like they should just offload this offseason. But yeah, I got them finishing as a 9th seed. And number 10, I got the Hornets. They're going to fall, but they're not going to fall that much because you lose LaMelo, you gain Devontae Graham, another decent player, decent playmaker that already played with this Hornets team last year. And you can see it. They lost LaMelo. I think they won damn near every game since they lost LaMelo. They just beat the Wizards yesterday. But yeah, the Hornets are pretty good. They're in a pretty good spot. They will have to face the Celtics, I think. And if LaMelo comes back fully healthy, I think it's like a one-game thing. So you face a team for one game, you lose, you out. So for one game, I think the Hornets can beat the Celtics. Celtics not all that, bro. They not. They got two great young stars, but like other than that, Kemba's hella inconsistent. And Marcus Smart. They got two young stars in Marcus Smart, but other than that, Kemba hella inconsistent. You got Evan Fournier, but that doesn't solve the problems. I know he's definitely leaving this offseason. He went from being a number 1 option or number 2 option to a number 1 option, number 2 option, taking 20 shots a night to a number 4 option, damn near number 5 option, probably only getting like 7 to 8 shots a night. I hope he leaves because other teams will give him way better shots. I mean, they'll give him way more shots, and he'll possibly get way more money. But on the West is hard. For the number 1 seed, the West is hard. Because the Jazz, they're starting to cool off a little bit, and the Suns is on the ass. Bro, the Suns don't get talked about enough. That pisses me off. Bro, Chris Paul, I love you, dog. I love Chris Paul. Chris Paul just goes anywhere and just changes the team. Like, the Suns are our 2 seed. Like, what? And we're deep into the season. It's not like we're the first 5 games into the season. We're deep into the season, damn near 3/4 away into the season. And the Suns are a 2 seed, bro. And it's just the Chris Paul effect, bro. It's the Chris Paul effect. But I had the Jazz being number 1 just because, I don't know. I think their strength of schedule is not that. I don't think they have I don't think they have a hard schedule throughout the last few games. Number 2, we got the Suns. Like I said, the Suns, bro, it sucks. I wanted them to get Thaddeus Young so bad. But the Suns can still be a low-key contender. They can still knock off a big team. 4 Clippers. 3 Clippers. They just lost a weird game to the Magic yesterday. That's because they were up by so much. And they let the Magic come back. I don't know if Paul George played. But hopefully this team can get healthy. Hopefully when Rondo comes in, this team's going to get way better. So I feel like they're going to be really decent the second half of the season. And going into the playoffs, hopefully they can get it going. Hopefully they can make some upsets. Because I know a lot of teams not going to look at them as all that when they go to the playoffs, especially what they did last year. 4, I got the Nuggets. And I damn near put the Nuggets over the Clippers. Because the Nuggets, they just look so good, bro. They got their big 3 already. I always say I wish Michael Porter can go to another team, but like the way Michael Porter Jr. has been looking this year, besides those like first 10 games since he came back after he came back from COVID, before that time in the last 10 games, he's been doing this thing this year. Jamal Murray is starting to come into his own, looking like the bubble Jamal Murray. You already know Jokic is playing like an MVP, and then you bring the pieces that they got, Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee. Hopefully he gets playing time because he didn't get playing time in the last 2 games. But yeah, they look really decent, man. I'm really happy for what I'm seeing for them, and they look like a contender, bro. They look like a contender. 5. Lakers. That's why I feel bad for the Nuggets, though. 5 is the Lakers. The Lakers fall all the way down. Imagine you make a 4 seed. You're hype about making a 4 seed, but you got to play the fucking Lakers in the first round. The defending champion. I don't care if they coming off an injury. LeBron in the playoffs, I don't give a damn. He twisted his ankle. He's resting for a little bit. I want him to. Because LeBron in the playoffs is no better player to ever play basketball than playoff LeBron, bro. And then you get AD coming back. And then you got the pieces. Andre Drummond, I didn't even talk about that signing. That was a really good signing. Sucks that he goes to one of my other teams. I only have 2 teams. But sucks that he went to my other team. Because, bro, I'm telling you, watching Andre Drummond is so hard. Did they play last night? I feel like they played last night. I don't know. But yeah. It's so hard to watch him, dog. It's just the ISO plays. They get under my skin. They're so annoying. But hopefully we can get in his head like, bro, you're here for screens, pick and pop. Not pick and pop. Pick and dive. Go catch these lobs. Go get these rebounds and play defense. You're not here for nothing else. You're not Anthony Davis. You're not doing face-ups like Anthony Davis does. You're not doing none of that. Not getting no ISO plays. You're not getting none of that. If we can get that in his head, bro, to be honest, there's no team that can really fuck with us. Except, like, the Nets can probably, but, like I said, bro. Nah, bro. The Lakers just that. But, 6, we got Portland. They can win as much as they want. I don't see the Lakers falling that bad. They're still a really good team without their 2 stars. So, yeah. After that, we got the Mavs. Mavs, I think they're safe. They're actually in the playing games. But I feel like they're better than every team in the playing games. But like I said, you can easily go out there and have one bad game. You be kicked out instantly. But the Mavs been looking really good lately. Kristoff has been looking really good. And this is my thing with Kristoff, bro. When Kristoff gets his feet wet, bro, he's right back to being one of the best players in the league, bro. And that's why I was like, when I heard they were like thinking about training him, I was like, I understand it, bro, but if Kristoff can lower these injuries, bro, y'all literally have the future on y'all team. Y'all literally have everything on y'all team. I'm loving the way the Mavs looking lately. Hopefully they can go make a big move this offseason because I feel like they're really ready to win right now. Hopefully they can make a big move this offseason. Go get a Bradley Beal. Go get a Zach LaVine. But 8 Kings, bro. Kings without Marvin Bagley look like a fucking playoff team. They look like a playoff team, man. Rashad Holmes. I'm not even going to start off with talking about De'Aaron Fox because I feel like that would be biased because De'Aaron Fox is my guy. But that is scared the hell out of me. Rashad Holmes, these last 6 games, bro, he's been look like a monster. I just seen that he's possibly getting $20 million this offseason. That's a little bit too much for a center that's like not really like. What's the word to use? He's good, but he's not like... I've seen the $20 million centers are like Cat, Bam, Jokic, and B. The $20 million plus centers are those type of guys. Like, he strives well when he's doing pick and pops. Well, when I say pop, I mean that little floater he does from the free throw line. He's actually a really decent defender. And as far as for this team, he works really well with this team. But it's $20 million though. I don't know about giving him all that. But these last 6 games, he been looking really good. De'Aaron Fox been averaging like 30-something these last 6 games. You put Tyrese Halliburton in the starting lineup, they're running like they should be. They just beat my Cavs on some bullshit buzzer beater by Harrison Barnes, bro. I was so mad. But yeah, the Kings look really good lately, bro. I feel like this is the year they probably make the playoffs. Number 9. You're probably wondering, like, where's this team? Where are the Warriors? I gotta go with the Warriors as number 9, man. Number 9. I don't know. I don't know if Steph Curry can carry this all by himself. This team is like, it's confusing, man. It's making me realize, like, what the hell did they draft James Wiseman for, bro? Like, LaMelo on this team? Oh, what? Oh, LaMelo on this team would fit so much better. You can easily go get a center that just fits with this team. Like, if you put Willie Cauley-Stein on this team, I feel like they'll be decent. You have a lineup, like let's say next year, you'll have a lineup of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Willie Cauley-Stein. Or, yeah, that would be the lineup, and then you would like have LaMelo off the bench or some shit. I just feel like that would fit way better. I understand, like, a center was y'all need in the draft, but, like, just LaMelo in this offense would have been beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about them this second half of the season. I don't know about them. I don't know. Even though they just came out and blew the Bulls out, Steph Curry was out of his mind. But I don't know. Last is the Spurs. It's a team that don't get talked about enough, but I definitely see them falling because I don't know. DeMar DeRozan gets hurt sometimes. And they have a hard schedule going into the second half of the season. So, definitely see them falling. But they kind of overachieved this year. I thought they were going to be like a bottom 3 team in the West. And they're actually fighting for a play-in spot. So, that's really good on them. I wish they would have traded DeMar DeRozan because I feel like they could have got a lot. But maybe teams just didn't want to do it. But I really wish they would have traded him. Yeah, that's it for this episode, man. That's it. Like I said, the Nets signing Aldridge wasn't really all that to me. Happy that he's trying to go get his ring because that's going to be the one thing that people will use against him when it comes to his Hall of Fame case. The Drummond signing is really big for us, but it could be really bad if he comes out and he plays like he did on the Cavs. And we're going to have a lot of, when it comes to playoff time, we're going to have a lot of good series. Like, if you think about it, according to my list, I don't know if I can do what's the first seed going to be facing the 8th seed because you don't know what the playing games. But, like, let's say the 3 seed on the East on my list, they would have to face the Knicks. That would be a really exciting series. Also with fans because teams are starting to let a little bit more fans into the game, so that would be a really good series. Hawks versus Heat, that would be a really decent series to me. Then you got on the other side, you'll have Clippers versus Portland. That's a really fun series that could literally go either way. And then, like I said, Nuggets versus Lakers. That I feel bad for the Nuggets. You worked this whole season to play the Lakers in the first round, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, that's it for this episode, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching my videos. Peace out. What's up, y'all? I'm back. with one more thing. I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith, bro. He's been a real pain. He's been annoying lately. I'm going to keep it PG. He's been annoying lately. So Russell Westbrook goes out and have another great game. He had 36, 20 assists, 20-something assists, and like 14 rebounds. He has a great game. Everybody shouting him out on Instagram. Everybody was like, yeah, Russ, yeah, Russ. Everybody was hyped for Russell Westbrook. And I was damn sure hyped for Russell Westbrook. And you cut the first take the next day, and Stephen A. Smith was like, his triple-double doesn't mean nothing to me anymore. It's time for him to win championships. And I'm like, what? Like, at this moment, why are you talking about that? Why are you saying that? Like, what he's doing is some shit that literally nobody can do. Or nobody has done. Since fucking Oscar Robertson. What Russell Westbrook's been doing for the last fucking 5 years. Averaging a triple-double. Nobody has done since Oscar Robertson. And the fact that you like, oh, that don't mean nothing to me no more. I understand it, but like, bro, don't shit on it. Like, especially on the TV, bro. Don't shit on it. And if that's how you feel, that's cool. But don't shit on it, bro, because that's just childish at that moment. Like, he's going out here. He's playing really good. And the reason why I say don't do that, because if Russell Westbrook, let's say Russell Westbrook was a free agent this offseason. If that dude was to go to the fucking Nets this offseason, y'all be calling him a ring chaser. Y'all be saying, this ring doesn't matter if he was to get one. Y'all be down his throat. Y'all be getting on his ass. But y'all basically started the shit. Because he just said, oh, it doesn't matter. He's not winning. He's not winning championships. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to the Nets. I'm going to get my championship. Then I'm going to come back and do my own shit. If Russell Westbrook started ring chasing, bro, everybody would get on his ass. Because literally everybody gets on his ass already. A lot of people were saying Russell Westbrook is washed. I wasn't one to say he was washed, but I was one to say he doesn't look the same. But after he had COVID, after he was fully healthy, Russell Westbrook's been playing. He's been playing like an all-star. And yeah, I've been loving what I've seen from him. But to say like that shit doesn't matter, especially because he didn't win championships, bro, that's so childish. Like, why are you saying that? Why are you putting him down? Even though he doesn't give a fuck. It's Russell Westbrook. He don't care. Like, he's heard worse. But like what's the point of saying that, Stephen A. Smith? Like, that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense. Because if that dude was a ring chase, y'all would get on his ass. So don't. And that's why I hate when people get mad when people ring chase. People was getting on KD ass after he lost to Steph Curry in the playoffs. Alright, I'm going to go win my ring. Now you want to get on his ass because he's about to go win his ring? Of course, yeah, he just went to the player that just beat him, but that's the best situation where he knows he's going to get his ring. So why y'all getting mad because he wants to get a ring? Are we not supposed to win championships in the league? If we're supposed to win championships in the league, why can't I go ring chase? I don't understand that. I don't understand. And like some people like, oh, that's just like, I don't know, that's a bad character. That's not manly enough. But like, if I didn't go chase my ring, I wouldn't have been a Hall of Famer. You wouldn't have gave me my flowers. So like, what? Now, if a person doesn't really care about doing all that shit, like getting in the Hall of Fame, or people not really recognizing his talent, then he's not gonna ring chase. Like Russell Westbrook, I don't think he fucking cares. Like Russell Westbrook, his response was, "I've been a champion. I made it out the hood. I made it in the league." Which was like, that's 100, bro. That's 100. Like Russell Westbrook, he's came from different shit. Like he came from the hood, bro. For him to make it to the league, bro, that's his championship. If he never wins one, that's his championship. I think he's starting school. He's starting schools and like I forgot where, but he's starting schools. That's also his championship. Russell Westbrook is beyond the game. It's certain players are just beyond the game. LeBron, beyond the game. Steph Curry, beyond the game. Russell Westbrook, beyond the game. It's certain players that are just beyond the game, bro. And Russell Westbrook is one of those players. He just impacts people's lives beyond the game. So if he doesn't get a championship, I don't think he cares. His wife even said it. He's doing well without winning a championship. He's the happiest he's ever been. And, hey, I'm happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him. I want Russell Westbrook to win the championship because, like, bro, Russell Westbrook is literally one of the best players of all time. But I want him to win the championship. If he doesn't win one, I don't care because he wouldn't care. He already made it, bro. That response was beautiful, bro. I'm already a champion. I love that from Russell Westbrook. But yeah, Stephen A. Smith, you gotta stop that shit, bro. You gotta stop that shit because you've been saying a lot of dumbass shit lately. And I don't mean to cuss so much, bro, but like Stephen A. been getting under my skin. He been saying so much dumb stuff lately. But yeah, that's it for the second part.